So a month ago, they made this movie about Santa Claus, and yeah, basically, I could basically describe the entire plot of the movie for you if you have not seen this movie. Basically, if you want the plot explained, basically kind of like explained for dummies, uh, Santa Claus is delivering presents, and basically, a rich the rich household gets robbed. Santa Claus cannot escape, so he has to be involved. And Santa Claus, doesn't want to do anything, and then Santa Claus realizes that he has to do something about it. And then the kill squad came and they betrayed the rich family, and all they want is the money. And Santa Claus basically, helps defeat the kill squad, and then you know, Santa dies for a minute at the end of the movie, but because of Christmas miracle, he's still alive because he's Santa Claus. Santa Claus might technically be immortal, but basically, this is from the creators of John Wick, which all of the movies, which they have been now responsible for producing three super hits. John Wick, obviously, responding to a franchise. Nobody, which are taking into a franchise, and Violent Night, which are also taken into a franchise now. It just seems that the creators of John Wick, Dick, or the producer of John Wick, knows what he's doing when it comes to making action movies. Cause this movie is actually pretty good. Good. And unlike Jojo Rabbit, this movie actually has comedic moments for being a. It is a more darker. It is a darker humor movie. It isn't a light humor movie like a Jim Carrey movie, but this movie did have comedic scenes to it as well. And the action scenes are all pretty good. There's a Home Alone like segment, and also this movie is pretty violent and also has some really gross scenes as well. So if you do not like gross scenes, you should definitely not watch this movie as well, or at least close your eyes not watching them. But overall, this movie is actually a pretty good movie. So is this movie worth watching? This movie is the kind of movie that we really don't need to go in blind, because this movie is not. It doesn't really have a complex plot or complex plot twists. It's just Santa. He gets trapped in the house, and then Santa basically realizes that he has to basically fight for his life because the reindeer, of course, decided to abandon him because they didn't want to be killed by guns as well. And I like the whole thing with Santa was like, how do you work the gun? Okay. And the best part about the movie, besides the one action scene, was Santa having a back, because he's 1,000 years old. Santa having a backstory where he was a Viking, okay, as well. And considering they're making a sequel, I wonder how many other times that Santa had to be caught in a home invasion or something like that, because the media always acts like Santa is this innocent, character that no one would attack Santa. But I bet if they see Santa in a home invasion, you know, Santa gotta be ready to defend himself, okay, as well. I think this portrays that Santa is more realistic. Santa, you know, you know, is not a one-dimensional character like he's predicted for. He is in many media. Santa, had, says swear words in this movie. Santa drinks beer. He really threw out the milk and started drinking the beer. Santa has his own interests and stuff as well. And also I like how everything is explained as Christmas magic, like how Santa's able to get the presents, carry all the presents, or how Santa's able to go up the chimney. He basically just has magical powers because he's Santa and he has the Christmas magic on his side. So overall, this is definitely not a movie for the family. Obviously, this is an R-rated movie. But if you just want to watch a Christmas movie that is not family friendly, this is definitely a pretty good one for the non-family friendly audiences. Obviously, so yeah, this movie was a sleeper hit, just like John Wick and just like Nobody as well. And yeah, it shows that Santa Claus is just like everybody else. Okay, you know, he gets caught in things just like we do. Okay, I bet and yeah, you also deal with the reindeer poop on people's roofs, which is pretty funny as well. Which is realistic because reindeers do have to poop. The animals, after all. So unlike many other times where there's poop jokes, that one was actually pretty good because reindeers are animals. They have to poop. he has to pee. And I like the part where Santa is peeing by where Washington D.C. is. Like he just like when he's going to the house, like he's just like I have to pee. Okay, as well. And yeah, and basically that is the Santa Claus movie. So yeah, and also they're making a sequel to this movie as well. This movie was a big super hit movie, basically. This movie was a big super hit movie, basically, as well. So yeah, they're making a sequel to it. And they said that we have a lot of stuff left on the four. Miss Claus, the elves. The original film was set largely in Connecticut, Mass under the seas, from villains, but story-wise, I think we have a really cool idea that expands in the world of scope as well. Violent Night will only happen if you're good boys and girls, so Santa's always watching. And of course, he has, and yeah, in the movie, he has a good and naughty list. And I like how everybody's on the good and naughty list. Okay, and I like how all of the villains of the movie are on the naughty list. All of the villains of the movie are on the naughty list. But yeah, they're making a second installment to this movie. So I don't know when this movie's coming out because they're also probably making Nobody 2 as well. That came out, 2021. Because they're making a Nobody movie, Nobody 2, as well. And the movie is supposed to stop filming next year. So that means the movie could be coming out next year or in 2024. Which is good because Nobody was actually a pretty good movie. And it could really make it into another series because considering the fact that non-franchise movies kind of struggle nowadays, it's very good that sometimes they get new franchises, even though it's basically by the same groups of people who made John Wick. I like how they're making all these newer movies as well. They're making all these new franchises like Nobody. Now it's Violent Night. They're making all these new franchises. I like how they're making all these new franchises. Nobody was a movie I praised when that came out 2 years ago. Yeah, Nobody is 2 years old now, basically. But yeah, that is about this video. So yeah, Nobody is basically. If you have not seen Nobody, it's definitely a movie that is worth watching as well. And also, John Wick 4 is coming out very, very soon as well. Yes, John Wick 4 is coming out as well. Coming out in a couple months. I can't wait to talk about that movie when it comes to the box office because I wonder how much more John Wick will make. Okay. So how much does John Wick 3 open? John Wick 3 opened to 58 million, and John Wick. John Wick 3 actually had okay legs. But yep, that's basically about this video. Goodbye.